There's a lot of gaming cases online like Corsair, Cooler Master, and ZXT that can be great to your system, but for under a tight budget, that's gonna be too expensive to afford. Is there any other cheaper case that you can buy? I bought this in a local PC shop for about 1,200 pesos or $25. If you're gonna buy this online, I think it may cost higher than that. But is this case gonna be good as it looks? Let's check it out. First, I need to get this case out of the box. So this is the Keytech. Wait, what the hell? This is the Keytech Night Series armor.
It's only available in black or white, but this budget mid-tower gaming case looks pretty simple but sleek looking one. Starting outside, it has a tempered glass on one side so you can see your astonishing system inside of your case. On the front now, instead of a flat basic design, it has a diamond pattern mesh that's pretty cool to look at, and it prevents some of the dust to go inside of the case, so I really like the new looks of it. On the top side, it has a power button, a very small reset button, an RGB switch, a single USB 3.0, two USB 2.0, a speaker jack, and a mic jack. It also has a magnetic mesh that can be easily removed and installed back in just a second. Now to take out the tempered glass, you need to remove 4 thumb screws before lifting it up. The case must be laid down because there is no support for the glass to remain intact to the case after the last screw was removed, so be careful with that. Now on the inside, you can see that they provided extra screws like stand-ups for the motherboard, PSU screws, and others. It will fit a standard ATX motherboard here, but you need to install another stand-up screws to support the ATX below, preventing it to bend. They only provided 2 stand-up screws, so I need to get some screws on my old case. The stand-up might need some extra force to screw it flat down because it was hard to twist it with just a small screwdriver when it's new. Careful not to lose the thread on the case. Almost forgot about the fans. You can fit 8 120mm case fans in here. It's got 3 on the front, 1 on the back, 2 on the top, and 2 on the bottom. It doesn't have a dry bay, but there's holes on the side of the case to put 2 2.5-inch hard drives or SSDs. There's one inside of the shroud that is elevated to put 2.5-inch drive as well. It will not fit a 3.5-inch hard drive on the case even though there's a hole to put it on the bottom because the side cables will not fit beside the case. So you better have an SSD or a small hard drive. There are 7 expansion slots, but only one slot that can be easily removed by unscrewing the side, and it is the main slot of the graphics card, and the others are just soldered in. Speaking of graphics card, it can fit around 300mm if the case fans are installed. You're in a budget, so getting a triple fan graphics card is obviously not on your list. If you have a tower cooler, the range of measurement can go as tall as 160 to 165mm, yet you can guarantee that it still won't touch the glass, so you don't have to worry. The power supply shroud is a window type, so you can see the PSU that you've installed. To remove the front panel, you have to pinch this plastic on every side out of the hole if you're going to install the case fans. Now, for cable managing. It doesn't have rubber grommets to hide the holes cleanly, but it does have a good spacing between the side panel for about an inch to avoid squeezing too much inside if you're installing a lot of cables for the fan and others.
So, after all of that close look, should you buy this gaming case? If you're really on a tight budget, then this should hold out all of the things that are needed for a full system. The airflow and the design is impressive even though it's a low budget case. But I want to point out some of its flaws. First, the soldered expansion slots. It pushes the motherboard out of alignment, but you can just counter it while installing the screws. Second, it doesn't have a drive bay for the 3.5-inch hard drive. You can just put it on the side while nothing's holding it, but you need to be careful while carrying the case, preventing the hard drive sliding inside, especially to the glass. The side panel has a little sharp edge, so you need to be careful on that too. Overall, this is a good case if you're starting out to build a budget gaming PC. I still didn't finish mine yet because I'm still missing a lot of parts like power supply, CPU cooler, and especially the G, P, I think this will be fully built for about 5 years because the prices of graphics cards are yeah. Yeah. Subscribe to my channel, and if I missed something, you can comment it down below and I'll try answering all of your questions. This is my first time filming and editing a video, so I think this will be fun.
It's not.
So you're probably wondering why I'm using this headset as a mic, because the camera sounds a little bit like this.